Join me as I challenge myself to start each day for a week with a different inspiring quote and see how it shifts my perspective. So, have you ever stopped to think about the power of perspective? It's the lens through which we view the world, and it can completely change the way we experience life. A simple shift in perspective can be the difference between seeing a challenge as an obstacle or an opportunity. When we're stuck in a negative mindset, it's easy to get caught up in our own thoughts and emotions. We start to believe that our struggles are unique to us, and that no one else could possibly understand what we're going through. But the truth is, we're not alone. We all face struggles, and it's how we choose to view them that makes all the difference. That's where inspiring quotes come in. They have the power to snap us out of our funk and give us a fresh perspective. They remind us that we're capable of overcoming any obstacle, and that we have the strength within us to create the life we want. We all know that life can be tough. We face struggles every day, and it's easy to get caught up in negativity and self-doubt. We start to feel like we're stuck in a rut, and that we'll never be able to escape. It's a vicious cycle, and it can be hard to break free. But it's not impossible. One of the biggest struggles we face is negativity. It's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts and emotions, and before we know it, we're stuck in a pattern of negative thinking. It's hard to break free from this cycle, but it's not impossible. With the right mindset and a shift in perspective, we can overcome negativity and start to see the world in a new light. Another common struggle is self-doubt. We start to question our abilities and our worth, and we begin to feel like we're not good enough. This can be debilitating, and it can hold us back from reaching our full potential. But when we shift our perspective and start to focus on our strengths, we can overcome self-doubt and start to believe in ourselves. Feeling stuck in life can be a real challenge. We feel like we're not moving forward, and we're not making progress towards our goals. This can be frustrating and demotivating, but it's not a permanent state. With a shift in perspective, we can start to see new opportunities and possibilities, and we can start to move forward once again. So, how do we start to make a change? How do we shift our perspective and start to see the world in a new light? It starts with inspiring quotes. These quotes have the power to awaken something within us, to make us see things from a different angle, and to inspire us to take action. One of my favorite quotes is from Nelson Mandela, who said, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." This quote is so powerful because it reminds us that failure is not the end. We will fall, we will fail, but it's how we respond that matters. We can choose to give up, or we can choose to rise again, stronger and wiser than before. Another quote that I love is from Maya Angelou, who said, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better." This quote is all about growth and progress. It reminds us that we're not perfect, and that we'll make mistakes along the way, but it's how we learn from those mistakes and grow as a result that matters. I also love this quote from Albert Einstein, who said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world." This quote is so powerful because it reminds us of the importance of imagination and creativity. It encourages us to think outside the box and to see the world in a new light. One quote that really resonates with me is from Steve Jobs, who said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." This quote is all about living authentically and being true to ourselves. It reminds us that we're unique individuals with our own strengths and weaknesses, and that we should focus on living our own lives, rather than trying to live up to someone else's expectations. I also love this quote from Oprah Winfrey, who said, "The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams." This quote is so powerful because it encourages us to take risks and to pursue our passions, even if it's scary or uncomfortable. It reminds us that life is an adventure, and that we should make the most of it. Another quote that I love is from Robert Frost, who said, "Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." This quote is all about taking risks and pursuing our own path, rather than following the crowd. It reminds us that we have the power to choose our own path, and that the decisions we make can have a profound impact on our lives. One of the most powerful quotes for me is from Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, "Do one thing every day that scares you." This quote is so challenging because it encourages us to step out of our comfort zones and to take risks every day. It reminds us that growth and progress are only possible when we're willing to challenge ourselves and push beyond our limits. But out of all the quotes I've shared, there's one that really stands out to me. It's from Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." This quote is so powerful because it reminds us that we have the power to create change. We don't have to wait for someone else to make a difference. We can start making a difference ourselves, right now. This quote is a call to action, a reminder that we have the power to create the life we want. It's a reminder that we're not powerless, and that we can make a difference in the world. It's a quote that challenges us to take responsibility for our lives, and to start making changes that will have a positive impact on ourselves and those around us. As I reflect on these quotes, I'm reminded of the power of perspective. I'm reminded that a simple shift in perspective can change everything. It can change the way we see the world, the way we see ourselves, and the way we approach challenges. So, what can we do with these quotes? How can we apply them to our everyday lives? The answer is simple: we can reflect on them, we can apply them, and we can start making changes. We can start seeing the world in a new light, and we can start living the life we want. As we close this video, I want to leave you with a challenge. Take one of these quotes and reflect on it every day for a week. See how it shifts your perspective, and see how it inspires you to take action. Share with me in the comments how this quote has impacted you, and what changes you've made as a result. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out my next video for more inspiration.